Why most men get it wrong. Let's start with something blunt. Most men are terrible at foreplay. Not because they don't want to please their woman, but because no one ever taught them how. What usually happens, a guy fumbles, rushes, or goes straight for genitals, thinking that's the shortcut to sex. But here's the truth. For women, that's not how desire works. The problem isn't that men don't try. It's that they keep trying the wrong way. And if you're one of those men who think foreplay is just a warm-up, a checklist before penetration, let me stop you right there. That's why she isn't fully aroused. That's why she sometimes checks out mentally. That's why she isn't begging you to take her. The Stoics had a lesson that applies perfectly here. True strength is calm, steady, and controlled. The man who masters foreplay the right way embodies this. He's not frantic. He's not begging for results. He's present, grounded, and powerful. So today, I'm going to give you the single most effective foreplay technique that works with every woman. I'll explain why the common stuff you've been doing doesn't cut it, break down exactly what works, and show you how to execute it with precision, patience, and the presence of a Stoic warrior. When you learn this, you won't just make her aroused. You'll make her crave you, trust you, and surrender to you. And here's the kicker. You'll start enjoying foreplay yourself. You'll stop seeing it as a chore, and instead will turn you on just as much as her. Why typical foreplay doesn't work. Now let's talk about what men usually do and why it fails. 1. Oral sex. The classic move, going down on her. But here's the problem, oral isn't foreplay. It's already sex. Think about it. Anything genital for a woman requires that she's already aroused. If she isn't, oral feels like pressure, like expectation, sometimes even uncomfortable. She might fake pleasure just to speed things up, and you walk away thinking you did great. But deep down, she wasn't even warmed up. This is why oral can't be your main foreplay. Save it for later, as a bridge to penetration, not the foundation. 2. Soft touching. Another common move, brushing her arms, stroking her body lightly. Nice idea, but too weak. Most men's touch is either too wishy-washy or too grabby. Neither creates real arousal. A woman doesn't want to feel like you're petting a cat or manhandling a bag of groceries. She wants something alive, deliberate, and masculine. 3. Massage. Yes, massage. Another foreplay myth. Now, don't get me wrong, massage relaxes her, lowers her defenses, and can be a good gateway. But it is not arousal. It's the opposite. It tells her body, rest. Relaxation can help her open, but it won't ignite desire. Which means if massage is your only trick, you're making her feel like she's at a spa, not in bed with a man she craves. 4. Talking and mental stimulation. Some men rely on dirty talk, fantasies, or playful banter. Sure, it can work, but it's inconsistent. Why? Because she's already in her head most of the day. Foreplay that keeps her in her head just deepens the problem. She may enjoy the words, but her body doesn't necessarily follow. She stays thinking instead of feeling. The Stoic alternative, body-to-body flow. Now here's where everything changes. The best foreplay technique, the one that never fails, is what I call body-to-body flow. Forget being mechanical. Forget being scripted. Instead, use your whole body as the instrument of foreplay. Your chest, your stomach, your arms, your hands, your mouth. Everything is in contact with her, flowing over her body like a tide. You're not poking at her with fingertips. You're immersing her in your presence. This is what creates massive sensation and massive intimacy at the same time. She feels desired. She feels sexy. She feels taken. And here's where Stoicism enters. A Stoic man doesn't rush. He moves with patience, awareness, and calm intensity. This is presence in its purest form. Your stillness inside creates fire in her. Why this works so powerfully? Let's break down why body-to-body flow is the ultimate foreplay. Full body contact equals full sensation. When your entire body touches hers, it's like 1,000 hands on her at once. Not a single weak touch, but a flood of sensations. She feels desired. When you explore her curves, savor her shape, and let yourself get turned on by her body, she feels it. She feels sexy in your eyes. That's a massive turn on. Intimacy plus arousal combined. The closeness of your bodies creates emotional intimacy, while your movements create sexual intensity. This double hit is what women crave, handled by masculinity. When you envelop her, she feels contained, safe, and desired. That's arousing at a primal level, awakening the body. This isn't mental games. It's real physical awakening. Her body becomes alive, sensitive, and ready for deeper pleasure. You enjoy it too, because you're not just doing foreplay, you're enjoying her body. She feels this difference instantly. When she sees that her body turns you on, she surrenders more deeply. This is what the Stoics meant when they said, focus only on what you can control. You can't control whether she fakes a moan. You can't control her thoughts, but you can control your presence, your movements, your focus. And when you master those, everything else follows. How to actually do it. Let's get practical. Body-to-body flow is simple in concept, but powerful in execution. Keep your chest against her chest. Let your stomach brush hers. Your arms and hands are always on her, moving deliberately. Your mouth is on her neck, shoulders, ears, breasts, everywhere. Flow over her, exploring curves, savoring shapes. The key is not to be mechanical. Don't treat it like a sequence. Instead, treat her body as a landscape. You're exploring it like it's the first time, every time, and yes, this requires skill. You need to know how to kiss her body erotically, not just pecking. How to touch her breasts and nipples with hands and mouth. How to find her erogenous zones and move through them. How to hold her body with the right strength and pace. It's not random. It's mastery, adapting to different women. Now, here's the Stoic truth. No technique works if the timing is wrong. If she's stressed, resentful, or emotionally shut down, no amount of foreplay works. Epictetus would remind you, some things are not up to you. But in normal circumstances, this technique is universally powerful. You just need to calibrate it. Some women need it strong, fast, primal. Some need it slow, gentle, tender. Many need both, depending on the day. Your job is to read her energy, not force your agenda. That's Stoic self-control, responding, not reacting. The golden rule. Here's the final warning. Don't turn this into a broken playlist. If you find one move that works and repeat it like a robot, she'll get bored fast. Women crave variety. The beauty of body-to-body flow is that it gives you infinite variety. Different positions, front, back, spooning, standing. Different intensities, slow and intimate or wild and raw. Different flows, start soft, build heat, or dive in with primal energy. As long as you stay present, it never feels stale. The Stoic edge. Now, let me leave you with a Stoic edge that separates boys from men in foreplay. A boy does foreplay to get sex. A man does foreplay to give pleasure. A boy rushes. A man waits. A boy is needy. A man is grounded. And women feel this difference in every touch. So approach foreplay not as a trick, not as a tool to her body, but as a discipline in presence. That's what Stoicism teaches, the mastery of yourself. If you master this, you will change the way she sees you forever. She will never look at you the same again, because you'll be the man who knows how to awaken her body, her heart, and her desire, all without begging, forcing, or rushing. And remember, your sex drive may slow with age, but mastery never fades. In fact, with discipline, awareness, and control, it only gets better. So slow down, flow over her, be present, and let her body open to you. That's foreplay that never fails. That's foreplay worthy of a Stoic man. If you want more wisdom like this, where ancient philosophy meets modern masculinity, hit that subscribe button to Everyday Stoicism, because real strength isn't in rushing for results. It's in mastering yourself.